Hey, it's Joe. This video is titled 2 More Ways to Automate Your Real Estate Investing Business So You Don't Have to Do the Work. You know I don't like to do the work. I want to work on my business, not in my business. I don't want to do the day-to-day stuff. I want to just make sure that everything is going properly. And I've talked a lot about outsourcing. I've talked about automation. I want to talk about one specific type of automation here first, and that's the tasks process in the in the Pushbutton Automarketer. There's a system a follow-up system in the Automarketer that allows you to create a series of tasks, a template, and let's say that whenever I get a new lease option memo, I know that I've got certain things that have to get done. I need a sign in the yard, I need a lockbox on the front door, I need pictures of the house taken, we need to make sure it's on our listing site, we need to make sure it's on Craigslist, we need to make sure it's on Zillow. So we've got all this list of things that has to get done every time we get a lease option memo signed. I don't do any of that work myself. I want somebody else to do it. But I want to make sure that I can give it to somebody and know that it's getting done, and make sure that we know that that person did the work. So what I did was create in the Automarketer a way to create task templates, which means that all I have to do is attach this template to a user, and it'll send out reminders on the day that I want those tasks done. So if I know that on day 1 these tasks have to be done, on day 5 these tasks have to be done, on day 7 these tasks have to be done, on day 23 these tasks have to be done with this particular property, with this particular person. So I create that template, and then we set it up so that it will email or text or voice blast, however I want to set it up, so that the assistant that I have that does that work is going to get notification on the day that that work is supposed to be done. So let's say on day 1 we need pictures taken. That will be emailed out to my boots on the ground who's there locally, and they can go out there and take a picture and send the photos in. At the same time, it'll be emailed to my admin person who has to make sure that my boots on the ground person did it, because they're going to take those pictures and they're going to put them into a Zillow ad. So they have to get that. And if this person over here, this boots on the ground, doesn't do his work and take that picture, then this admin person can't do her work. And that's exactly how I want it to be set up, so that if this admin person doesn't get the pictures, she can contact the guy that's doing the boots on the ground work and say, hey, I haven't got the pictures yet. Of course, I'm getting CC'd on that email, so I know that she hasn't got the pictures yet. He automatically sees that my name is on that email, and he sends back another email to her saying, oh, here are the pictures, or they're going to be there tomorrow, or whatever, so that we know that it's all still happening. If he doesn't respond at all, then she contacts me and says, hey, I didn't get those pictures, I can't get this done, what's going on with that? And then I can contact him and find out what's going on, and if he's not doing the work, find somebody else who will do the work, and not have everything come screeching to a halt because things didn't get done, or because I wasn't paying attention. I want to get to the point where I don't really have to pay attention. What I have to do is every morning I have to look at my emails, I have to look at what's being done, I have to go through all the CCs that I've been getting from my people and see what the tasks are, and I kind of read through the threads and find out what they've done. And typically the way that I do it is I'll look at the last email in the thread between them, and I can read the whole thread right there, and I can know what's going on with that particular situation. This task thing is absolutely an amazing way to do that. So the second thing here is having that admin person who checks up on these people, the rest of your employees, to make sure that that work is getting done. They can also check the automation and make sure the automation is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and there's not any glitches on that process. So we put a lot of weight on the person who's the admin person, but the only job they have is to make sure that everything's running properly, and to notify me if it's not, and to also ask me questions when they see something that's anomalous, that's different than what we're used to dealing with, and getting my advice on how to approach that situation. So These are two things that can make your business so much easier if you'll implement them. And for those of you who are already making money, who already got deals going into the pipeline, this is what you need to think about. Automating, outsourcing, and then creating task lists for your people and templates, and automating those templates so that everybody knows at any particular time what they're supposed to be working on. All right, hope that helps. Good luck.